can't believe December's upon us already, you know? The year feels like... I don't know, part of me feels like it's gone quick, but part of me also goes, I've done a lot of stuff. You know what I've also done? Count it down from 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. It is the Biendeo stream today on this fine 1st of December 2025. I hope you're having a wonderful week, and we'll have a wonderful week ahead of you. Today I'm going to chat about games I played over the past 12 months, because December to December is always a little more fun than bang on New Year's when people talk about that. And I got a couple of very small things, but I'm probably going to take it pretty freeform today. So let's dive straight into the game. There we go. Oh my gosh. OBS has been having a bit of a fun time with PCSX2 recently, where every time I full screen it, I can actually demonstrate it. So when I full screen and unfull screen, you see it's like it doesn't capture the window, and the audio will keep going, or maybe it hasn't. I don't know. But I gotta like kick it out and in. I gotta kick it out and in order to fix it. It's very odd. It's very odd. So, but fortunately, I don't tab out in the middle of a game. Also, emulator. But how many buzzwords do you say at the beginning of a stream to get all the advertisers worried? Emulation is always like a spooky one. It's always a spooky one for things. But I don't know. I find it's fairly normal as long as you know, people respect the whole, I guess, buying games thing. That's the angle of it. That's like not actually as kosher. They haven't announced Half-Life 3 yet. I feel like there's been a crazy amount of like goofy hype over the Game Awards, and I guess when is the Game Awards? Because listen, I don't really care about the actual awards themselves, really. But I will just tab out. It is on December 11. So it'll be after next week, and I have to go through a Cloudflare prompt in order to see the thing. But December 11th. So what is that? Thursday next week, which will be Friday for me. So, oh, and we'll talk about Formula 1, because why not? So remind me to talk about Formula 1 in the middle of the day. I believe I stepped out of the car and didn't get promoted because I literally lost mom as a friend. So I'm going to try my best to get Mom back, but our goal for today is we need to get another kid, another baby, and then, you know, kid all the way up. The current kid is pretty much done. I mean, easy survival. And then I got to get promoted to level 8, and then level 9, and then we can move to the next place where basically you just got to do level 10. So, sounds easy enough. The kid can't do anything, really. The kid is a kid, and is just going to constantly drain resources, but you know what? That's okay. Lettuce serve dinner. Meanwhile, the kid is doing her best, just chilling. She's got terrible the baby experience. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the baby experience again. So, but as long as we keep getting, so this is Ziggy here. So as long as we're keeping Ziggy happy, you know, we're trying to get the family friends up. Also, hi, I'm about to die. I forgot. Well, not die. I'm about to be very tired in a bit. Meanwhile, Jenny is currently there making burgers, and that might attract some people. But I think having a sleep is probably a good move. And then, you know, I honestly don't think I particularly needed food, but you know, it can't hurt to have everyone get some food. So, how are you fellas doing this week? It's been a relatively warm week, but today is a quiet day, which is nice. So that's all good. And yeah, no, the Dolphin PR got merged, so that's all good. Doing all right. That's good, Fetty. The Dolphin PR got merged, so everyone will see my name kind of slapped there for a brief moment, and then forget about it, because that's usually how most open source projects go, and that's fine. It's cold here because it's almost winter. That is true as well. And where you're at gets kind of chilly as well, yeah, definitely. Like, relatively compared to other parts of Europa. You helped? Exactly. That's the whole point of open source, is to put in a little bit of effort to help out. The kid is a slow eater, apparently. No soft float, not yet. And I'm not too sure what's their release schedule for updates there. Maybe I can chuck something back in. I guess we're gonna have to see an experiment. Okay, kid needs to pee. And guy is on the toilet, so I guess you just wander over there. It takes the whole length of the house to get over to the other side. As long as you pee, that's all good. Can I tell you to leave? I can't, so he's just gonna be casually chilling around, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? I can chat to him while I have the opportunity. I love other kids, by the way. They use a little step stool to get up off the onto the sink, which is kind of fun. And then it just phases out of existence. But let's see if we can just chat to Ziggy, mostly just to boost the social up a little bit. And I've also got to be awake for school, so I think it'll be a good time to sleep once I get a bit of this up. Let's just keep it exactly. I mean, if you play later Sims games where every sim has pockets, I think it's a Sims 2 expansion that adds it, and then definitely, yeah, okay, he's heading off. It's too late. It's too late to apologize. Terrible falsetto there, sorry, fellas. But yeah, I'm not really, you know, like the Game Awards is. I was going to say it's like Christmas, but like it's literally our E3 replacement. Even when E3 was a thing, it really was like the better centralized show for many companies to announce a bunch of stuff. And I feel like just treat it like that. But they intersperse it with an award show, which is a very curious, I guess, thing, I guess. They'll always talk about, like, you know, how cool all the... particularly artists and directors. Also, wow, you both woke up at the same time, 6 AM, I guess. So, I watch it for the commercials. I watch it for the announcements. Yes, yeah. But no, I completely get that. I think that's probably quite fair. Okay, you can cook brekkie. Main character can call Mom, and let's see if we can invite Mum over at like 6 AM. Because anyway, I gotta go to work at 12, so I got plenty of time to have a shower in between getting Mum to come over. But this would be good just to sort of promote her over. There you go. And the maid will do a thing. And the main character, the what do I call her? Rocklin, yeah. Something that happened last week was a assumed final build for the unreleased game Viewpoint 2064. I'm not too sure if you told me about that on stream. But yeah, so the school bus, it's like going to work. There you go, she's awake. Can she really do anything? Because it's not like she can... Oh, I guess she can study for school. I guess she... Yeah. Study for school. That's what you do. Anyway, let's greet person, because that's what we're doing. Does she even have a shower? She was in it. Her hygiene is like nothing. What happened? Also, rip. What's happening there? Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure we talked about that one. Alright, let's have our stay-at-home husbando clean things up. That's all good though. But yeah, I've been seeing the Half-Life 3 memes all over the place, and it's like, what is this ever gonna happen? I don't think Half-Life 3 is like... I mean, it could happen at any point. Knowing how Valve likes announcing stuff, it can happen at any point, but, you know, I'll see it when I see it. Okay, what part of cleaning? It's still, I guess, is it still dirty? I don't know. He's not really cleaning it. Oh, I guess it is clean now. Okay. Also, hi, you gotta stop studying for school. Just go for it. Okay. And I mean, I've got Mom as the friend, so we should be able to get an easy promotion. I believe I only need 7 friends for the actual level 10, so we don't need to really maintain this too much. And I believe, just a hunch, I believe I'm still married to my husband after this part. So in theory, I can start juggling another friend while we're at it. Let's see if we can get Randy to come over. Meanwhile, I'll just keep chatting to Mum for a bit. But yeah, we really, I mean, this is really the thing. And by, I need to get Randy, I mean, I really need to get, Randy. Who is Randy? Is he a party guy? He is a party guy. I need to get Randy before I have another kid and everything goes out the window again for a moment. So did the phone just start ringing and I'm here trying to make a call on it? I'm expecting the mail carrier. Okay, well, Randy's not my friend today, so instead we're going for Peter. Next one over. Peter Party Guy. Isn't that a Harry Potter character? Hey, Peter. I gotta feed my llama. He's not really... you know. Maybe Mother Teresa. I'm gonna prevent my mum from entering the door. We're gonna keep chatting. Come on, someone's gonna be available for something. Wow, lots of mail today. Well, you know what? This might be a stay-at-home day. But I think this will be a good time to actually have that shower. Just make sure our stats are boosted over a little bit. And meanwhile, she's going for the hot tub. I gotta pay those bills. There you go. Drop those bills on the floor. And now pay them. Oh, $13.77. Go for the phone. Oh, actually, go for the phone. Wrong person. Has he got it? Did you get the memo we left for you? Yeah, okay. Okay. But yeah, so let's have a chat about all the games that I've played this year. And by all the games, I mean, let's only talk... There's no sound from the game? There's sound from the game. Oh! On stream. On stream. No one's gonna know, but yeah, no, that was a stream one. The VOD people are not gonna know. But the stream people will. I'm sorry, stream people. There's a separate button. What is he going for? Is he serving lunch? Don't need to serve lunch. In theory, I could keep Mom as a family friend of Ziggy here, but sorry, Ziggy? Who's my husband's name? Woody. Sorry. Also, I have internet. The new flat. The new flat. I realize how crazy this is politics. I realize how crazy housing market is, and particularly Sydney. I believe there's like studies, and it's just like, yeah, like Sydney is like the second most expensive place to live in. I think it's after Hong Kong, and Melbourne and Adelaide are in the top 10, so it's not exclusively Sydney. Australia is just not that particularly kind of a place for affording places, which is not fun. I have a very, very, well, one very generous kind of rent price, but it's, you know, it'd be nice to not be renting, but I'm too young to afford 16 times my income. And I know that you could do a deposit, but it's also like, what is happening upstairs? There you go, the joys of apartment life. But I'm also just like, yeah, like, I really struggle. I'm really not struggling to afford things. It's just like the moment you add the house on, I would struggle to afford things. At least I feel like I would. Maybe someone will go, oh, but it gains value. And it's like, I'm just mortgaging it. Someone else is gaining the value for me. You might as well just, like, you know, study cooking for the time being. Today is my cooking day. Also, I realized that's the sound of lights going out. I think I had replaced light bulbs in places, but every time you hear a plate smash sound... There goes Mum. There she goes. Okay. But yeah, I've got my big list of games that I have played this year. And, let me actually see. Oh. I was like, do I have my list of games? And I was like, oh, I've got it in silly image form. So I'm going to have to, unfortunately, go off silly image form. But instead of reading out, like, literally every single game I played this year, because it's a bit of a decently big list. The Steam Year Review, yes. So my Steam Year Review will probably say that I really love RetroArch and various... I don't think it's out yet. I think it will be out when the sale happens, which will probably be somewhat soon. Hi, character. You're still at a B brush. You still gotta study. Go study. But yeah, not out now. It'll be out later, I guess. Also, do I need to chat to the child? I probably should. So maybe she can study for a bit. Meanwhile, we've got the cooking going. Pathfinding went for the wrong chair. I don't know how one, I guess goes up a level in this. Oh, and there's the kid already. Well, I knew it would happen soon anyways. Oh boy, baby names. Let's see. Worst baby name trends of 2025. It's a boy again, so we're gonna have to go. I'm not gonna rename it Leviathan. Not least popular. I specifically type worst. Here we go. Reddit name nerd circle jerk. Can I have some male names in this list, Reddit? These are some terrible... Yeah, okay. Okay. This one is stupid. This one's absolutely stupid. Someone said, our son, as in, it's our son, but they wrote that. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Good on you, our son. Oh, such a goofy name. There you go. Rockland went up a grade point. That's how you go up grade points, by the way. I want to say it goes down by one if you go to school with bad stats, but like, you know, I don't imagine it's that hard. I think you do need your character to get up to A+. I think you need both characters to get up to A+, or at least A. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, is the baby already complaining? Started complaining the moment I like put him there. But I should be able to get at least one work promotion right now. We're still at 5 out of 5, so that's all good. But yeah, I got my big list of games that I played over the past December to December, and I think the easiest thing is let's go over everything that's not a 2.5 or a 3, because I lump everything into 2.5s and 3s. Like, well, maybe not everything, but like, I put this all into a big, like, kind of, what's the one? Tier maker kind of list. And they're all like portrait-based images. I think I've got 10 in a row. I'm pretty sure I've got 37 in the 2.5s and 34 in the 3s. And then every other category, it's less than 10. So I'm like, yeah, okay. See, okay, here's my problem is that, Rockland here needs to talk to people and also have food. And also just be a grade A student right now. And I am gonna be doing baby duty. And that's gonna make this kind of annoying. So we're just gonna keep spamming feeding and hope for the best. Or I could order a pizza, because I'm pretty sure Rockland can just order a pizza. Yeah, she could just order a pizza, like it's not the end of the world. Also, I'm pretty sure she can go for a snack. Yeah. So it's not the worst, actually. Could she talk to anyone on the phone? She can call Ziggy, because I guess she knows Ziggy and no one else. Also, she can throw a party, which is kind of odd, so... Anyways, let's go to the list of games that I played, starting from, let's start with the bad ones. Or at least the average tier. So for me, a 2.5 out of 5 is a fair crack at the sauce bottle. Fair shake of the sauce bottle. It's like, the game's fine. You'll have a decent bit of time with it. A 2 is what I call average. And average games are often the skippable ones. The ones that don't really matter as much. So, the 2s, in no particular order, you're gonna have to worry about the baby noises, so I'm sorry, but if I talk about something... I did play terrible games, it's just you probably don't know about the terrible games I played this year, until I describe them. But, so the games I played. The first one is called, Stitch Experiment 626. This was on the PS2. I gave this a 2. I felt... Test me much like sport. Okay. I gave this one a 2 because I felt that it was very... Can she even use this thing? I don't think she can. I think I actually need to buy a regular shower because she can't take the fancy one. Gosh. Jeez. Spoiled brat child needs a special shower. But yeah, that game is fine. It's a little... I think it's a little below average, and I think it's because the level design's a bit uninspired for me. I don't particularly really shine to it. It plays very automatically, and then getting the collectibles is weirdly just painful. It's got a grapple hook mechanic. I remember that one. I can't remember when in the year I played this. Maybe around June. But it's got a grapple hook. Okay, so the baby's done. The baby's done. We're gonna need to cook some food. Serve some dinner, cause then you broke the shower. Day 1. Day 1. Wow. Okay, well in that case, enjoy the TV while you still can. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a prequel to the film, so it's like Stitch. Well, I guess there you go. Studio musician rests for the road weary. You get to play backup on album cuts in the studio now. Spending time around all the recording label producers and executives is bound to pay off. If you play your cards right, make sure you schmooze all the right people, in addition to delivering a perfect performance every day. Okay. But now you can drop in on the maid's house or the handyman's house in 2-player, but yeah, sure. So I need... Oh, snap! I need a ton of charisma. Well, I mean, it was good to know that. There we go. But yeah, no, I didn't... it kind of plays kind of okay. I guess, like, if I say, like, oh, it's a licensed game, it's like, you know, sometimes that, you know, explains everything. But I don't know, I've played plenty of licensed games that also are fairly good. It's time to talk to the window for a year. Yeah, kind of. It's gonna be like that. Hopefully this is good for a social. So, next one on my list is Lego Star Wars on the GBA. Specifically the GBA version. I like the PS2 Lego Star Wars, although I do like the sequel even more. But the GBA game, I've only played this one on the GBA, and it's a bit of a shocker. It's just repetitive level design. A famed revision for Hamtaro. Yes. Everyone likes a good famous revision. Okay, you need to probably sleep. Even though that you're probably going to piss as well, but... She got a bit of social, so that's fine. Watch some TV and then go to bed. Also, what are my hours again? 11 AM, so ever so slightly earlier, but at least I'm not back so late. Because what was it, 12 to 8, 12 to 9? That's a game, the Hamtaro game? Maybe. Maybe. You know, I could probably just watch TV with her, because she needs the fun. She's going to be talking to a mirror for a while. But yeah, no, Lego Star Wars on the GBA is very, very, drab, uninspired, and weirdly repetitive game. For some odd reason, Episode 2 only has 3 levels. I don't know why. Alpha Dream always hits. True. I don't know why Star Wars Episode 2 only has 3 levels, and it just... I'm pretty sure one of the levels is just this, another one just backwards, so it's just like, oh, okay, sure. It doesn't have really the 2-player puzzles. It's just... I don't know, it just feels very odd. Oh, that baby, I just remembered. I have a baby. Well, I think the safest thing is how about I go to bed now and then the baby won't yell while I'm awake and the game won't... Yeah, it's not the best version. GBA versions are always curious because I guess they're often considered like demakes of the originals. But yeah, it's a bit shocking. Yeah, that baby is going to go off, and that is fine and fair because my character has to sleep. Oh my goodness. Is this really? It's just wake up, feed the baby. You actually can't. Okay. Listen, he's complaining so much, and then he's got to piss. Really long piss. Wash your hands. I feel I hate the washing the hands because I'm very certain he does that just because... Is he gonna walk here? Yeah. Hi. Hi. Interact with the baby. Interact with the baby. What? Maybe I gotta move the baby into a more centralized location. Can he not do anything because he's bored? Well, never mind. The baby's gone, so... Okay. Gosh, it's so frustrating. Seriously, that was an hour and a half. Which is on me, I guess. I was trying to sleep through that, but... Or they already decided the baby was gone and I just couldn't do anything about it. Goodbye, baby. Goodbye. We're having a women-only household on this one. There you go, I had a bit more fun, now I can sleep. Just back to bed. Back to bed. Listen, I'm gonna get another baby in like a hot moment anyways. Okay. Next one on my list is Tokyo Extreme Racer Advance. I actually played a bunch of Tokyo Extreme Racers this year. I played the 2 Dreamcast ones and then 0 on the PS2, and I do enjoy playing the same game all 3 times. But I started with Tokyo Extreme Racer Advance, and it is, if you got that one as a I guess, well, listen, okay, constantly on it, I thought I could at least sleep. I thought I could at least go to sleep, but no, I can't sleep. Like, how do you win with a baby? Who knows? Oh well. But yeah, who's fixing the shower? Oh, the shower is fixed. She just, I don't know, she's not like shower trained, I guess. She could clean that herself, but I'm pretty sure Character's gonna wake up and... I don't know what she really needs to do. I don't know, just study for a bit. Just keep studying, I guess. We just study until we study until we study until we study. So, next one on my list, yeah, Tokyo Extreme Racer 0. Okay, I was right away from a great point there. Tokyo Extreme Racer 0, it's one of those Mode 7 style racing games. Tokyo Extreme Racer is... it's earnest, depending on how you consider it, where you drive around a loop of highway over and over and over and over and over again until the game tells you that you've driven against enough people and you win. The GBA game is not particularly any different on that one, but it has a couple of different highway loops. I guess the problem is that it's particularly easy to control and the highway loops don't really feel any different. You know, I'm actually going to buy a second mirror as well, just in the other room, just in case. Just like, I don't know, like right here. There you go. Just so when the other character maybe needs the bathroom, I'm not hogging it up. But this is gonna be a fair bit of charisma. Getting it up to 7. Who's calling at this time of day? It's 9 AM. That's probably just the annual watch your task. Alright. There you go. Now you're awake. I guess we'll have a shower there. But yeah, I didn't really think it was... Also, the maid will probably just handle this. I didn't really think Tokyo Extreme Racer Advance is particularly meaningful. It's neat that it's on a GBA, I guess, but like, other than capturing the very raw gameplay, it doesn't capture the fun control of the gameplay, and I feel like that's kind of half the charm. So, unfortunately, it's not there. So, next one on my list is The Sims 2 Pets on the GBA. You might have heard of The Sims. It's a game. The Sims 2 Pets on the GBA is, I believe it's not by Kryptonite. Actually, it might be by Kryptonite, but it definitely feels like the style of games that they've made. So if you like the Herbs or you like some other Sims games on the GBA, then you'll like that one. But it doesn't necessarily have the fun elements of that. It just kind of is. It is a game. It's got some very bland mini games. It's just a grind. Quests exist, and they don't really... Not really fun. It's just like you gotta chat to a person and hopefully you find that person somewhere on the map. I don't know. Oh, it's the artificial mind. Ah, dang it. I rip on them unbeknownst to me all the time. It just happens all the time, so... It's not really too deep. I don't know, so... but yeah, no, I'd probably say it's one of the lesser... the less fun kinds of Sims handheld games. And it's weird, because I'm actually going to have a very high opinion about, particularly the Herbs when I play it, but soon. But also, people don't realize that they've been doing it for a while. The Sims 2 on the GBA is its own kind of game. AMM does good games, usually. They made Dead by Daylight. I'm just gonna call any person over. We're gonna hopefully try and get... I know Charles is on the cutoff, but I'm hopefully gonna try and get Randy, just so I've got someone really, really tipped over. Yeah, Sims 2 on GBA is actually pretty alright. And a lot of people don't realize the Sims Bus Now on the GBA also exists, so there's that. And my spiritual advisor forbidden me to leave the house today. Oh my goodness! The legendary, the PSP one is an absolutely legendary game, so I'll definitely say that one. The DS one is curious. I don't like it as much as people will probably like it, but it's a curious one. Very odd one. It is impossible to apparently have friends in this game. I need one more somewhere. I don't know where it's going to come from. Who knows? I guess, yeah. I guess I could talk to them on the phone. Maybe that's the strat. Just chat up each person, one after the other. Just have one chat. Just chip damage, boost them all up. It takes forever, though, and then the friendship's only up by 5. If you can call them over, that's a lot of friendship in one day. Cleaning is for dweebs. I hit invite again, I'm sorry. Never mind. Never mind. Persistence is key. Persistence is key. So next one on my list is Heavy Metal Fact 2. I actually watched the film Heavy Metal and Heavy Metal 2000 with my mate, and we both thought they, well... What the heck? You get $100 for good grades? Okay, sure, yeah. Sure. Cool. Do you want to keep doing those? Oh, I guess she's already at A+. She doesn't really need any other friends. She needs to meet other people. Who can she meet? Meet this person. Might as well just say hi. I'm not too sure if it counts as a family friend if she makes friends. Actually, it might. It might. Listen, I'll keep it a bit chill like that, but I actually feel like this will probably be the strat. What are you gonna do? Insult a child? Again! Again! It's been less than a day since the last one got stolen. It's a boy. Listen, I can't ask in 2. I can't do 2s though. Like they were explicit that the best you can do is a space, which you can't do at the beginning. With a really long space. Oh my goodness. I'm too busy learning how to cook. This baby is gonna destroy my chances. Listen, the child can indeed feed and play and sing, so maybe the strat is just to have the freaking child do it. Have Rockland be the baby teacher from here on out. Rockland, you're in good grades. I mean, she's set. She doesn't have anything else in life, so there you go. There you go. Okay, quick. Stop what you're doing. You're the one who feeds the baby now. Just looking at the wall for a moment. Listen, this is what we call cyclical slave labor. Generational slave labor, if you will. There we go. Heavy Metal Fact 2 is, for some odd reason, a Quake 3 engine tie-in. I think it's by Rebellion, I want to say. I forgot if it was or not. But it's a third-person action game that sort of... Okay, no. You keep looking after the baby. I'm gonna cook a meal, because I think everyone's gonna want a meal. For what console? This is on PC, by the way. This is a PC game, a PC-only game. So, try your best to find it. It's a hard find, but it's out there somewhere. And it's on the Quake 3 engine, so, like, you know, it runs fine. It really runs fine. I don't think I even needed DG Voodoo or anything on it. But yeah, why is it in the 2 category? I think it's in the 2 category because it's very lopsided. The whole first half of the game is just swamps and bugs, and it's a dismal experience. And then you're fighting, oh my gosh, I can barely even remember what's in the game. I remember it getting a bit better. It's like Daikatan, but without any aspiration. That's kind of like it. It's got a lot of weird melee combat as well. Is that baby? Nope, the baby is still going. You... No. You can't eat. Everyone else can eat, but you can't eat. Which is weird, because, like, this person's probably the best one to, like, take over. Is the baby good? Nope. You can't eat. You gotta feed the baby. 78 on that. It's curiously well received. It looks okay. The main character's got, like, you know, boobs and butt very accentuated. Her face is a bit odd, but, you know, it's the year 2000. You know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. Oh my goodness, wow. She's never gonna be pleased. Okay, get a bit of mirror time in here. The Best of Us Remastered Chapter 1 and 2, yeah. But yeah, no, the game looks okay, and it's got some alright music, but yeah, it's just missing, like, some punch. There's a lot of better action. Oh my goodness. It's missing a bunch of punch with it, unfortunately, so... Okay, well, other person, you can do the goods. I need to rotate at this point. Yes, I'll be rated Death Stranding 2 for PC. Yeah, that's probably going to happen, but I don't think it was really a surprise. I think it's just like an inevitability. Okay, that's Charisma 3. We need to get up to 7, so... How many times am I gonna need to feed this baby? I swear that's been like 8 times in a row. It is still cool. It's neat that it's coming, so... next one in the list is KO the Kangaroo. I played the Dreamcast version, and KO the Kangaroo is it's a raw dog platformer. You platform, you punch enemies, you have a very weird hit target. It's tank controls. Oh yeah, listen, as a mascot, it's fine. As a game, I wish that more levels were like that ship level. A proper, like, you know, kind of three-dimensional platformer. Like, just treat it normally like it's a 3-dimensional platformer. it would be great. But there's a lot of very weird levels in there. There's a lot of rather tight jumps and sometimes tricky trap falling in kinds of levels, particularly near the end. I remember there was like a space level that was like that. The sled levels are just like, or really any sort of animal riding or vehicle riding, I think. There's like a hang glider part and a sled part, and it's like, you touch anything, you die. And ironically, all of them are their own levels, except for the very first time it happens. There's a whole rest of the level. And then it does this really annoying thing where it does the Crash Bandicoot effect where you're running towards the camera, something's chasing behind you, and you're running towards the oh my goodness, this baby will never stop. This baby is just permanent. When it does these Crash Bandicoot parts, I don't mind the idea of it doing a Crash Bandicoot part, but I hate that the controls are, running from the camera, I guess. No, you're toward the camera. Running from the camera means you're going away from the camera, which is towards the horizon. Towards the camera means you're holding down. Or at least I'd want to say you're holding down, except you're actually holding up because the controller scheme is just stuffed in that part. It's terrible. I don't like it. I really hate that. No, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, no, I hate the controls when it does that, and it's a bit painful. So yeah, could the game be better? Why are you sitting down? I guess it's 12 AM and you probably want to sit down at some point, so she's got to get a rest. She has to get a rest. So does my other character, I guess, as well. Okay, I probably do need to play the sequels, and the reboot. I just love the fact that there was a reboot from, what, 2 years ago? I'm surprised, so. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to address that baby when I need to. Yeah, I heard the reboot was alright. Metacritic ripped on the reboot. But I think it's because people just don't, like... they don't have a feel for platformers, or reviewers, rather. They don't have a feel for platformers. There it is. She's gonna get angry, but you know what? It's for the greater good. Yeah, exactly. Metacritic is not the be-all, end-all opinion anyways. Am I ever gonna put this baby down? There's KO on the GB8. There is that, yes. But yeah, I did like the presentation though. It's actually kind of nice for a game to run at 60 FPS. Even if it's on the Dreamcast, which is a bit more powerful than other systems. But it does what it needs to do, which just sets the level. So just kind of, they need a bit of a second pass. They really need more stuff going on. It's like Croc, but without, like, the brevity of it all. And yet, yeah, the manual checkpoints was a very bizarre feature. It's like you go through the level, you pick up these little flags, and you have to, like, hit, what is it? You have to hit L and then Y at the same time to drop the flag. I remember I saw one review that did not know how to do the flags at all, but I checked the manual, and I was like, oh, it's in there in the manual. It's there. Okay, we need to swap. So you gotta do the playing while other person pees, because you gotta get ready for school. There you go. If PC game, yeah, exact. Well, I mean, I don't mind the idea of quick saving, but it's not quick saving. There's a limited number of checkpoints, and it's all just kind of beginner's trap kind of stuff, which is what catches, oh my gosh, characters who are, hell-bent on getting in that spa. Listen, if you love other people in your family, you will piss while they're in the shower. You will piss while they're in the shower. She won't do it. She won't do it. Also, she's just gonna miss school. And she's gonna leak the shower. Okay, well, anyway, you're on baby duty today. I don't think it particularly matters if you miss school. I think your grade drops like a letter, so I guess I'll need to read up again, but it's okay. The kid is the priority. The kid is the priority. So as long as we got the kid going, it's all good. Also, you gotta pee first. You gotta pee. Okay. Just have fun. Just have fun, bro. Just have fun. TV. So, next one on my list is MJ, the Mystery Hospital. This is by the Mansion of the Hidden Souls fellas. Also, the baby is chill. Mansion of the Hidden Souls is an inside joke I have with a mate on how to make a hilariously... Yeah, it is fan translated, but it's how to make a rather nothing really happens FMV game. MJ the Mystery Hospital gets a tad closer. It does indeed have stuff happen, but it's also still hilariously not too... Hi, are you watching TV? What are you... yes, I would like to read it over. That'll be nice, yeah. Yeah, please just watch the TV. Fixing up a casserole. Well, Peter... Was it Randy I got over? Yeah, it was Randy. Who's nearly a family friend, so... Well, let's see if we can get Peter. Okay, this is, painful, but let's just have the sonic shower. Yeah, I know. Have the shower, bro. Have the shower. Stop stinking. Have the shower. There we go. MJ and the Mystery Hospital is a point-and-click adventure game with lots and lots of FMV sequences in it. I played the Saturn version, which was on 2 discs for some reason. Okay, get out, get out. You gotta get out of the shower. Pause. You're good. And, there we go. It's probably gonna be person's not at school. She doesn't have weekends, unfortunately. Nope, she's just getting the memo. Okay. Oh, yeah, see, her grade's now B+, so as long as I study for school again, I'll recover. And of course, if you flunk in school by missing days, then you will get kicked out of school, and then I think the kid still gets taken away then. They become a delinquent. They run away or something. MJ the Mystery Hospital, yeah, listen, I find the games charming, but I also find them, obviously, they're lacking stuff, and MJ the Mystery Hospital is lacking, like, I guess, input, or puzzles, or really anything. It all sort of relies on you just, like, going around and picking up things, and by picking... Oh, Jennifer's missed a day work! Which makes me wonder, did she not go to work? Did she not, like... I mean, I know she's not at work, but, like... I'm juggling so much right now. The freaking baby is really, really a chore right now. Go pee! Me not looking after my needs, because I know that baby is gonna, like, annoy everyone. There's the stream bot, so... but yeah, do I hate MJ? Probably not. It's just... not as exciting. It does end in a ridiculous ending though. It's hilarious. So I would definitely recommend if you want like a good meme of a game, something that will take like 2 hours to get through, that one. That's a great one. I guess also I can get Randy up here, yeah. There you go. Chat to Randy while I still can. Keep chatting to Randy. Oh, he's going to pee? Okay. It's like, yeah, it's like a B movie, so I guess if you like your B movies, then you'll spot a bit of good memes and good stuff out of it, but it's also like, man, it's got some real stilted FMV humans and performances, and I think the thing is that the gameplay aspect of it, what's the point-and-click adventure, it's like stuff just happens just because you walk past a room. There's a lot of just backtracking and finding things and just wondering where did anything, like, where do you need to go? Aye. Let's serve some lunch. Meanwhile, have some chats with people. Get their friendship up. And we're going to do the classic rotate again. Hi, are you going to chat? What? He's like really preoccupied by like wanting food, I guess. I don't know. It was locked in there. Very odd. No, no food for you. You've got to play with the baby. So, next one on the list is, oh no, I did chat about it, like, last week. I think Pepsi Man, but, slightly perverted. But only slightly. So, I don't really have too much to say, because I said it, before, so. Next one on my list is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone on the GBA. I played this one on stream. I can tell you it's a small snack. Yeah, it's a small snack. I don't think knows. Yeah, so Harry Potter on the GBA is it's a game. You walk around and you flipendo things and hope for the best. She's really hell-bent on that spa, but I know. Actually, we gotta swap. We gotta swap. So she's gotta feed the baby. And yeah, have some food. Go have the food. Stop complaining. Go have the food. Why does he need to pee again? Hold on. What? Look at his bladder. Look at his bladder. He's asking to pee on that. Terrible. No, man. You have PE-ter. It is playable. Yeah, it is a playable game. I mean, like, out of all of them, it's not, it's not the most egregious. Well, actually, I do think it's the worst of the 4 Harry Potters I've played so far. I just want to... Let me shake your hand! Oh my goodness. Like, it's nice that he's cleaning up, but... Oh my gosh, I just want to chat to him. That was an unsimlish yummy. They can't all be Argonaut. That is true, but the PC game is remarkably probably my favorite of the bunch so far. Oh my gosh. Just let me have a conversation. Also, I know you gotta... No, you don't need to pee. You need to play with the baby. Keep playing with the baby. PC for Harry Potter 1. The ones I played on stream. I haven't played any... I've played... Actually, I've played Harry Potter 2 on the original Xbox. I've played that version. But I haven't played any other version of Harry Potter 2, so I can't attest to those. Oh my gosh. This guy... he's just gonna leave now, isn't he? Yeah, she needs to sleep, so... You really went for the wrong person there. Alright, well, we're gonna swap. I didn't get a friend, but I got a little bit of the goods there. No, not the spa. I was gonna say, I haven't seen you stream it if you played it. I played all... the only Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone game I haven't played is the PS2 one. I haven't played that one on stream. I haven't played any other Harry Potter on stream. It's just Harry Potter 1, so... that's all good there. Last one in my 2.0 category, I'm taking my sweet time getting through this, is Frankenstein Through the Eyes of the Monster. It's a... I don't think it's a DOS one. I think it actually is on... Oh, it actually could be for DOS. It's a point-and-click adventure game starring freaking Tim Curry. I almost always say Steph Curry, and I need to not do that. But it stars Tim Curry as the Doctor, Frankenstein himself. There you go. The baby is satisfied. We can all rest a little easier. You know what? I actually might ask for Charles just to see if I can say hi to Charles for a moment. Not invite him over, but just get a chat in, something like that. But yeah, Frankenstein Through the Eyes of the Monster, it is much more of a point-and-click adventure game than MJ and the Mystery Hospital, but it's less... What would I say? It's a bit obtuse. It was yes, so I played the Saturn version, and the Saturn version is like, you're missing a lot of effects that you probably do. You do want these effects. So it's not exactly the best version to play. I wouldn't exactly recommend the Saturn version. You do got your retro achievements, but I think you'd probably want to learn the game more than really just playing a retro achievement set of it. Same thing as like whoever's gonna do a Phantasmagoria set on the Saturn. I'm like, oh boy, I think it would be so much nicer if you just you know you played it on PC. Don't worry about retro achievements though. Some of the puzzles are a bit obtuse. It's filled with mazes. That really dragged it down for me. Things like, yeah, you just had to notice like things from halfway across the map. Yeah, I mean, you know, I got no insight as to when DOS is getting formally supported, but, you know, there's a lot of effort on it so far, so it'll happen when it happens. So where are we at? Charisma 4. We're getting there. We're getting there. Also, that's body 7, so I mean, that's also a fair bit of extra work. The baby is not going off on me. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. But yeah. The Tim Curry usage is pretty fair, but I do think it bookends the game a bit hard. Like, I do wish there was more Tim Curry throughout the game. He sort of just, like, leaves you to wander around the castle once you're out of the main part. Just instinctive baby reaction right there. I'm so upset that I had to wake up for a baby that's right outside my room. Maybe I should put the baby in the room. Maybe. But yeah, that's all my twos. So next up for the 1.5s, Dakar Desert Rally. This is the 2022 game and not the 2018 one, although I have played a bit of the 2018 one, and I think it's actually a fairly neat experience. There's multiple Dakar games. The Dakar Desert Rally is a race through the desert. Oh, yeah. We're going worse. We're going down. So these are all my 1.5s. There's fewer of them. I have a real proper bell curve going on with my rating, so everything worse is like it is noticeably worse. But yeah, the Dakar Rally is a real rally that happens right at the beginning of January. It's like the first motorsport event of the year. A bunch of people drive around through the desert, and it's real raw dog like rally raid. People driving bikes, people driving quads, trucks, like ATVs, stuff like that. That's still quads. It's a cool event, and takes place over a couple of weeks, and people sometimes definitely die, and that's not good when that happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. Usually it should have a lot of safety around it. I mean, people, you know, if people get injured or well, I guess people get injured, that's because he's going for the hot tub. He's going for the hot tub. Okay, how about I steal the piss? Never mind, you can't steal the piss. You are gonna... Oh no, the baby is fine. The baby is fine. Okay. Okay, cool. But yeah, so what's my problem with the 2022? Ah, she's just gonna piss on the floor. It's fine. Although I don't have the shower first. Actually, go pee first. There you go. I was like, yes. The baby might upgrade. Maybe. I'm on a bit of a roll. It's only been like a couple of days, so it hasn't been like tons long, but I might serve brekkie, because then we have it ready and sitting there. And we're making progress on the friends, so we're getting there. We're getting there. This takes longer and longer to juggle all these like things, I tell you. Yeah, brush teeth is like the most pointless thing in this option, in this menu. I'm surprised they went for it. Okay. What's her grade at? She's at A- again? Yeah, she should be getting better. So there you go. I assume that's just because the baby is like not complaining, so you don't need to do it. She really cannot deal with that. Anyways, what do I not like about Dakar Desert Rally 2022? I actually think it's a fairly competent game in terms of the rally experience. I actually like... Oh, wow. She just instinctively went on the floor right there. Okay. Alright, it is on Steam. I have the Epic Games version because it was a freebie on Epic Games. So the reason why it's in a 1.5 is because the game is broken. The game will just crash. And it's like, it's not even like, oh, you know, like, are your drivers, like, weird or incompatible? It's like, no, the game throws null pointer exceptions willy-nilly. And I cannot figure this out. I cannot control it. That just seems to be, like, for reference, a null pointer is, like, literally, you know, it's catastrophic. Yeah, it'd be good if the game worked. But it's, like, it's actually a broken game. So, which then you go, why is it a 1.5? And it's like, well, because I enjoyed it for, like, half an hour. Which is potentially more than anything in the 1 region, but we'll go through the rest. Next one, Clock Tower 2. Was it Evil Face? Was that the Evil Within? I forgot the name. This is not the one that I played, and not the other PS1 game that's also just called Clock Tower. This is its own game. It's technically a spin-off, but they called it Clock Tower 2 in the localization for some reason. I'm gonna answer that. Fine. Go for it. Go for it. Thank you. It was a worthwhile message. Also, I know I told her to go for that, but she's probably just gonna go to school. Go to school. Don't miss school this time. I've got to technically be on baby duty right here. Listen, like it's still a competent playable game, but Clock Tower 2 has a couple of real egregious gameplay features for me. One, like it seems like a step back compared to the regular Clock Tower, the other Clock Tower on the PS1, Clock Tower 2, real Clock Tower 2. And I think the big thing for me is that both have 3 levels, but Clock Tower 2 on the PS1 branches its second and therefore third level, depending on a choice that you make between level 1 and 2. So you play a completely different second level. And that, yeah, the black armor is the infamous part of Evil Face. Face man. You don't need to clean that. I've got a maid. I've got a maid, bro. Just talk to the mirror for a bit. Actually, talk to the mirror in the bathroom, because, I mean, you're in the bathroom already. So, sink, or not sink, cabinet. Practice speech. Ghostface. Yeah, I always keep forgetting the names. I don't have the names on screen. I've only got the images. Oh my gosh, you keep telling me about the memo. The baby seems chill for the moment, but I don't trust that. We could get Randy. We could get Randy in. Let's see. Randy. Goes head. There we go, yeah. It's such a confusing name, though, I swear. But yeah, Clock Tower 2 goes head. The second level is the exact same, and depending on a very, very silly thing in the first level, if you do forget to do it, which is literally to interact with a random... Yeah, it's to interact with the random black armor. If you forget to do that, when you hit level 3, you immediately die and the game ends. Not even just like a, oh, like, try again. It's like, no, the game ends. Because it's a hard programmed end. Like, just, you cannot proceed because you missed this thing in level 1. It's stupid. I hate it. I actually really hate it. It's also got a real annoying minigame, to, I guess, leave level 2. I just thought that's a bit of a curious one. Can I not get the bills because, that. And I hear the baby going, so I'm going to immediately address the baby now. Which means this person's going to be bored out of their mind. But, you know, what can you do? And you have to, yeah, you have to start the whole game again because you missed that. I believe it is an exclusive ending, so I think you'd need it. But then, yeah, you've got to just... Yeah, the house, the hospital, it's the suburban house, the hospital, and then, the bigger hospital. I guess, or it's a lab? I guess, I don't know, man. It's kind of all over the place. Oh, I guess he's still just snacking on the food. Okay, at least he's got something to do there. But yeah, nah, it's disappointing, especially given how much I actually kind of really enjoy. Well, first of all, the original Clock Tower is a very neat game, but how much I really enjoy the other Clock Tower 2 on the PS1, and not this one, the third one, and not to be confused with the other third one, which is not really as much Clock Tower as you'd expect. Next up on the list is 007 Racing. I played this one on stream very recently. I think you can get the gist. The reason why I rate it kind of low is because it controls like butt, the missions aren't particularly exciting, and it's over in like very little time. I rank things down if I think they're bad value as well. So just because it's like it's a bit fair to play through doesn't necessarily mean, like, if a game is really short and really shouldn't be that short, because there's so much more you can do with a Bond racing game. There's so many mechanics that it's just like, it's just there for the one level. It's like, oh, okay. And that one level's done real quickly. Yes, there's a hard difficulty I didn't show off on stream. No, it doesn't really add anything, other than making some of the level design just even worse. Just a little worse. Oh, snap, the baby is entertained for now. So, yeah, when you take price out of the equation, it's different. If you can play the game, it's actually, like, a bit fair, but it's just so quick. So, next one on my list is The Mansion of the Hidden Souls on the Sega CD. Yeah, imagine me saying MJ, the Mystery Hospital, doesn't really have much interactivity, or the puzzles are silly. Imagine if the puzzles are literally walking into rooms. Like, there are items, just a couple, just a very few couple of items. And again, it's over so quickly. And then it's got a ridiculous, like, conclusion to the game. It's a very over-the-top conclusion. I don't know why it's like that. It's very odd. Again, an interesting... the Mansion of the Hidden Souls on the Saturn in particular. The Sega CD one is a different game, so just note that. If you do play the Sega CD one, that's technically a different... I mean, they're both similar games, but they are different. Mansion of the Hidden Souls on the Saturn does have treats, though. It's got a bit of character. It's got a fair bit of character, and I actually kind of... I don't know, there's something a little endearing about the floating heads. Like, they don't... I don't know. The animation is hilarious on those. So I actually would half recommend giving it a check out if you can, without necessarily, like... Alright, are you going to pay the bills? Yeah. Pay the bills. I'm going to keep chatting to him. I'm going to make sure he's boosted up. Oh, she can't pay the bills. I mean, I was expecting that. So, well, I guess you can study for a little bit. There we go. Have you seen that sports ball? Yeah, that sports ball. So I think we're technically at, yeah, we're at 6 family friends now, but no promotion just yet. Yeah, they got different names, but yeah, in the US. Yeah, it's kind of got some stuff, but it's just like, yeah, it's so short. Doesn't really have much interactivity. And yeah, very unlike... I mean, MJ is a little longer, but I don't know. Both of these games just feel like they're really lacking material. They're over and done with real quickly, so... they're not exactly the most entertaining games as well, in terms of like what's happening. It's like you're just listening to a person like narrate stuff at you and call it a day, so... next one on the list, Eminem's Shell Shocked on the PS1. It's a real crummy platformer. Very Crash Bandicoot inspired, so if you like your Crash Bandicoots, you'll kind of dig it. But it's so sloppy. It's like... It's just got so many blind jumps. Like, really, like, I have no idea where the landing is. The hit detection's kind of odd. The enemies are very, very obnoxious to take out. And it's incredibly repetitive of a game. Okay, he's about to walk off. And again, he believes the child is the master of the house here. But that's okay. We've gotten another family friend in the mix, which means I'm doing okay there. And the baby is still alive. I guess that's a plus there. But yeah, last one in my 1.5s is, as you play the Smarties one. Oh my gosh. last one on my 1.5s is Monster Truck Madness 64. It's a driving game. It kind of looks like butt, but I guess the whole point of the Madness games is that it's a height map. The whole world is a height map, and it looks okay, but the texture is so terrible on the N64. And also, it controls real poorly. So there's some real, like, how would I describe them as, like, island-style layouts, where it's like, I don't know, you're driving around like a thing. There's a cliff, basically. You can't drive up or down the cliff. It's just kind of annoying. Also, I guess it's kind of got one catch, which is it's got a time of day cycle. Or not cycle, but like you can do the races at nighttime or with different weather effects. And all it means is that it's just harder to see. Hi, I clicked the sleep button. That means you need to sleep. Why does he have no sleep? What happened there? Why is she going to sleep in there? Hold on, that's why. That's why. Yeah, maybe she should just watch TV. One of them is gonna get interrupted. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Jenny, unfortunately. But that's okay. But that's my 1.5s. Let's quickly go through the remaining ones. In the ones, Anubis 2. It's a shocking shovelware game where you jump across 4 levels. Not only does it have very little content, they also pad it out by just going, yes, you know, icons, picking up icons all the time. I think you might be able to go. Yeah, exactly. Where is Anubis 1? I don't know. I assume maybe they meant Anubis the 2nd because there is an Anubis, I guess, but it's very unclear by the name. And also, this came out literally the same day as Ninja Bread Man. Like, they just pumped these out. They literally just pumped out these identical games and hoped that no one would notice. Now, the levels are different, but gameplay-wise, the controls basically the same. So, although you do have a long-range attack once your bar is charged up. I find the level design a tad bit more interesting than Ninja Bread Man. Which, spoilers, by the way, Ninja Bread Man is my only half-star I've played this year. It is the worst game I've played this year. Because not only is it 3 levels, they're shocking. They are really shockingly bad levels. Also, at least Anubis 2 ends with a final boss fight. At least it doesn't just end. It just doesn't, you know, stop, whatever, move on with your life. It's like, no. It's, at least has, you know, a conclusion to it. So at least it's that. It exists. It's also, I will give it 1 brownie point. The physics puzzle in it is indeed a working physics puzzle. It's got kind of like a seesaw bridge. And you have to wedge something underneath it on one side in order to be able to walk across to the other side without it dipping. It's got that. It's got one moment like that. So, it's a tad better. Next up, I've got, on my ones, I've got Spyro Orange. Spyro Orange is a shocking title. All of these are shocking titles. Created to capitalize on a weird Pokemon craze where you release 2 of the same game, they proceeded to not release 2 of the same game. They released one to the Crash Bandicoot game, which generally is minigame based, but has some Crash Bandicoot just platforming in there. And the other is a Spyro game, which is entirely minigame based, and terrible minigames at that. Like, actually really, really bad. What's up, Tom? How you doing? Crash Purple's okay. Crash Purple's okay. I don't particularly love it or anything. Also, oh boy, she just went to bed. Oh boy. Yeah, don't accidentally let... I mean, she needs to go to bed, but also... Hi, I need to feed the baby. I'm feeding him. I'm feeding him. But yeah, no, the minigames are terrible, and then on top of that, well, not terrible, but actually some of them are. There's quite a bunch of just button mashing, and a lot of them are just shmups. Very uninteresting shmups at that. Like, a shmup is more interesting when you have power-ups. That just seems like a fundamental. Like, so many knockoff shmups forget that you need to have something in there. And then the game, like, you get to the end of the game and they say, oh, did you not go back and play the game 3 times? Yeah, 3 times. Yeah, you have to play every minigame 3 times on a normal and a hard difficulty level. And it just, like, it just tells you, oh, bugger off, go back. And you'd imagine, oh, okay, go back to the list. Nope, you have to wander left. Side-scroll, platforming, wander all the way left to the left of the hub to appear at the right of the previous hub to then go back even more. It just catches you off guard. It's the worst thing in the world. There's a card collecting system, but that just means grinding and playing the same silly minigames again and again. Do the button mashing one again. It's easy to do the button mashing one. Like, actually, they really don't assert that you can button mash that fast as well. Okay. Listen, my character is not having fun, but you know what? The baby is fine for the moment. Also, my other person is probably about to wake up. Next one in my ones is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. I played this one on stream. I have a highlight on my Twitch. Literally, that's me beating it in 5 minutes. And you can do it much quicker than 5 minutes. I just couldn't. Well, I guess actually that included the intro of the game, didn't it? Is it better than Orange? I think it's a kind of shocking game. Real shocking. But yeah. I don't have a lot to say about it because I said a lot on stream, so. But just note, it's a game. It's a game that really doesn't realize its potential. It's got a couple of moments, but it also just feels like it's like a third of a finished game in there, unfortunately. So I, unfortunately, would rag on it a bit more than maybe it deserves, but oh well. Last one of my ones, I mentioned Ninja Bread Man, I'll just mention Ninja Bread Man is Anubis too, but the level design's even worse, and it's shorter, so there's that. Last one on my ones is Darkened Sky, the Skittles game. Hey, I did play the Skittles game. Is that the Skittles game you're referring to? Or is there a different one? Darkened Sky really, like, just, it feels like a draft of a game. There's a lot of cruft to it. It's a... Oh, Smarty's game, not the Skittles game. Okay. One over. Listen, it's a game where we pick up Skittles. It's good enough. It's good enough. But no, Darkened Sky... No, Darkened Sky is not decent. Darkened Sky is curious. It's a curious game. The gist is that it's kind of... Well, it's a third-person action game. I actually kind of think of it like a Heavy Metal in that case. You got your third-person stuff. You could do melee combat, but you don't want to stand next to anything because everything is a bullet sponge. Everything just takes so many shots, and you've got this weak weapon. It's so weak, doing these laser shots at everyone. You get a couple of better spells, but you end up sort of serious samming it, where you have to like wander back. You have to just like let some enemies like aggro onto you, or at least walk up and try to spot enemies, and then just try to backpedal enough that you're not taking hits all the time. It's terrible, and that's the entire game. The entire game is like that. It's got some real crummy platforming at times. It's got some weird insta-death places. You can quick save. You do at least have a quick save functionality. Abuse that. I played the GameCube version for reference. I believe it's on PC, actually, as well. It has lots of meta dialogue where they just give up at some point. So if you like your meta dialogue time period of games, then sure, okay. How do I put it? It's got that height map problem again, where it's like it's not the worst, but it doesn't really age well because you can tell that all they're doing is they're just, you know, computing a height map. And on top of that, computing a height map makes it seem like the platforming is sloppier in my eyes. You have a lot of just random slopes that you've got to deal with. Rockland cannot take a shout. That is apparently true, and it's weird because like, what's her clean? Her neat? She should be fine, but is that serve breakfast? Have quick breakfast? No, serve that. Actually, no, just go pee. Pee and then have fun, I guess, or maybe just we'll serve brekkie. She's at max grades. True. I know, he needs to eat as well, but so does the baby, apparently, so... Anyway, that's all my worst games of the year. Now, I don't have any 5s on this year, unfortunately, but my 5s are a very exclusive territory. But, starting with the 3.5s, I have Jumping Flash. I don't want to say a lot about Jumping Flash, I do want to play it on stream at some point, but it is a very, very neat and influential platformer that people don't realize it's actually very influential. It's a first-person platformer, and it's got the Kiwi. It's got the Kiwi, the PlayStation, and its mind-boggling effects. But yeah, no, Jumping Flash. Again, it's short. I'll definitely, you know, attest to. Oh yeah, it's short. It could be a bit longer, but it's remarkably like refreshing. How many stars? I gave this one a 3.5. So these are my 3.5s. And 3.5 for reference. I usually say a 3.5 means it's probably one of the best games of its year. But then everything is kind of like something higher than that. How do you judge what is the best game of the year? It depends. Gosh, my guy is actually going to die because I think he needs to eat, and this baby is... No, this baby is not letting him break. Listen, every time he keeps complaining. Also, my fun not being up is kind of annoying. Oh my goodness, I just want to also... No, you need to go to work. Don't let your work performance slip. Okay, at least we're down to one character now, so it's a bit easier to follow, but... Hi! Hi! Oh my gosh, she cut that one a bit thin, didn't she? Jeez. I don't think we're talking to anyone today. I think I'm going to do this, but yeah, no, it's a very influential first-person platformer, and also it's very, very PlayStation. In a good way, in a very nice way, so... next one on the list is Gregory Horror Show. I had a big, long gush about this one. I don't play a lot of PS2, or I don't play a lot of horror games, and I played a handful this year. In my 3s, I have a Dino Crisis. So I did play that one. I tried to break out of the mold on that one a bit. Okay, finally, I can eat. But Gregory Horror Show is a great game. And yeah, I saw... I would say clips of the anime, I guess individual episodes, but they're all incredibly short episodes, so... I don't have the full picture, the full Gregory Horror, you know, world lore in my head, but certainly I get a little bit of the gist, and the game is tremendous. It's actually like, wow, it's like... It's a horror game where you basically have to like learn and understand how all of these weird characters interact and do weird stuff all the time. It's good fun. I liked it, so... I definitely give that one a good thumbs up. Very good thumbs up. Next one, I played this one earlier in the year. Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Tony Hawk's Underground 2 is, I mean, I would rate other Tony Hawk's higher. I particularly have a very, yeah, I have a very, very strong opinion of Tony Hawk 2 and 3, particularly like the peaks. I think 4 is a very, very solid game. The first one I find a little tricky to get into. Just because I guess it doesn't have as many moves. It's got manually, doesn't it? Can't recall off the top of my head. But it's also got some kind of odd maps in there. I don't know, the downhill jam stage is not quite my jam. And yes, I know that stage is indeed in Thug 2. I know. But when you're on the newer engine, you know, you've got so many moves available. Thug 2, the reason why I've given it a 3.5 compared to something a bit higher is that I think it's that... We're getting to that point where it's like we're kind of in mechanic overload. And it certainly streamlines a lot of how Tony Hawk plays. Also, hi, yes, you didn't eat anything and the food is still out and not rotting, apparently. How many Guitar Hero engines is based on that? Yeah, all of them, I think. Actually, I don't know at what point. I think they actually took American Wasteland. For them, so not quite Thug 2, but soon. So yeah. Also, I want to throw on this list, I played Tony Hawk 4 on the PS1, which is nowhere near as good as Tony Hawk 4 on the PS2, but it's a very, very weird one because that is a very late PS1 game. Like, what year are we in? 2002 at this point? And it's there you go. There we go. Hi there. You are also a clown or a Kiss musician? The first thing you do as a child is answer my telephone. You raised... from a baby into a child. You unlocked the Happy Thunder Neoscillating Sprinkler. Wow. So I think the only thing we need is to keep the kids in school, which means don't get fired. And then we need to get that career up to level 9. But at the very least... Rod Party Guys. I've lost Rod Party Guys, so... but just note my... I guess I could study. I can have both of them study if I want. It's not fun, though. Just join in on the TV. He's out of the womb and he's got no social skills. That is true. And I don't believe you just... I don't think you pump out more babies. So at least you've got that. But you do need a... Here's the thing as well. I'm actually curious if I just need to build another bathroom. Because now I've got 4 characters who all need to pee all the time. You know what I mean? Happy Toms. Alright, you ready for some cursed? I'm gonna do the Biendeo bathroom special. We're gonna use the build mode for once. This is how you build walls. It's kind of expensive, which is why I'm being quite limited with the amount of walls I'm putting here. Look how few doors there are in the game as well. Chuck a door right there. And that's it. That's our room. And then the only thing we need is a toilet. We're still going to put a good toilet in there. But that's it. And the shower goes in there. I think you can get in. Maybe. There you go. How about let's reorient it just so it's not the worst thing in the world. Actually, no, it's still the worst thing in the world. Okay. Call it a day. No, you don't need a sink. You don't need to wash your hands. It's fine. Second homunculus bathroom. Yes, this is a cursed bathroom. It's there. I didn't listen as well. I didn't do the walls. I didn't do the floor. That's excessive. Painting is, a luxury. I can't afford that. I had $4,000 to stick another bathroom in there. Also, I need the bed, so I probably need to buy the other bed. It's the furniture. Furniture. There you go. They're not really too picky about where the beds are, but there you go. There's another bed, so... Tony Hawk 4 on the PS1 is a curious game, but I generally recommend it if you want to play more Tony Hawk, I guess. Also... that's the name. But yeah, I'm about to lose Rod, and that's okay, because I actually kind of want Peter to come over, and then I can just chat to him. Chatting to someone. Wow, what a novel concept. Tony Hawk 4 on the PS1 surprisingly also ports in reverts. I guess it makes sense that they port in the features, but it's kind of weird that it's in the same way as, we're talking about all the Guitar Heroes on the Tony Hawk Underground 2 or American Wastelands engine. The number of, continuing on the Tony Hawk 2 engine into Tony Hawk 3 and then into Tony Hawk 4 just seems like a very hilarious task, and I'm kind of glad that it turns out as fine as it is. It works. It's fairly okay. So, alright, studying for school will be good. I'm going to see if I can sneak over and drink that espresso, so... Next up on my list is Shining Force. I played... BizHawk has been updated Melody S to 1.0, which means you can play... that's nice. Except I don't use BizHawk. So no, that's fine. Yes, I have 0 fun, and I'm just going to dedicate this entire time to the TV. Because otherwise I'm just going to have no fun. This is going to be fun as well, jumping between characters and making sure I'm on the right one. Also, all these characters are going to walk in the way of each other. Alright, you're done with the espresso. Go for it. No. You got a Greek person. You are my household slave. Alright, what are you doing? You're going to interrupt my person? No. You don't have perfect grades. You're going for it, so... I've probably gushed about Shining Force a fair bit, but I had played Shining in the Darkness, I think November of last year, which is not actually a Shining... Well, I mean, it's part of the franchise, and it's by the same devs, and it shares a bit of presentation, but it's a very different game, because it's a dungeon crawler. But Shining Force is a strategy RPG. Think Fire Emblem, except a bit more easier on the presentation. You control up to 12 fellas. Each one have, I guess, general strengths and weaknesses. Alright, Rockland does not need to study anymore, so like, what should Rockland do? Rockland should appreciate the joys of the new bathroom. Also, I guess in theory, can Rockland do anything in this room? She can play piano. Went up 1 grade point. This is like my playtest freaking... Oh, I realize as well, I'm committing to that name. So I can't even change it. Listen, the room will be bad, but the nice thing is that when you're in the tiniest bathroom, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, so... she doesn't have anything to do. Like, actually nothing, so I don't know. Like, her fun's up. Just pronounce it like... True. So I don't know what you get her to do. You can't even get her to paint. I don't know, just use up the time. Lots of these lights are going out as well. Can she replace the lights? Can the kids replace the lights? Oh, they could actually. Harden the paint. True. So, but yeah, Shining Force got me into strategy RPGs in a way that Fire Emblem didn't. I will spoiler and say one of my 4.0s is Shining Force 2. But I also played Shining Force CD. All 3 of them are kind of the same game. They really don't do too much different, but Shining Force 2 keeps it tight. The characters feel more purposeful. They have more interactions. I really like the way the world opens up and develops as well. Whereas Shining Force 1 and Shining Force CD are much more chapter-based and a bit more closed in terms of, you know, they're narrower in terms of the, I guess, how they progress and how you handle things. Shining Force CD is rather strict as well. It's long, because it's effectively 2 Game Gear games, but it's strict on what it's doing. Went up a grade point. Is he done? Oh, he's A- right now. So. Also, look at that, man. He's got 9 charisma right off the bat. 9 logic. Jeez. Maybe he can teach me something here. We're getting there. On, there you go. Another family friend. Which, I might be about to lose one, but... It's the kiss paint. The kiss paint, exactly. Exactly, yeah. But yeah, no, Shining Force is alright. My only gripe, I wish there was more music in all of these games, because it kind of drags on a bit. Ace for... That is true. That is true. Rip Ace. Rip Ace, so... Yeah, these guys are going to have absolutely nothing to do. Seriously. Just keep chat. Cheer up! Cheer up, bro! Cheer up! Okay, well, that's tired time for my guy. And now he doesn't need to look after kids. How cool is that? I could actually turn him into an art slave as well if I really wanted to, so there is that. I like how because her... It's only 4! Like, it could be better. It could be better, so... next up on my list is Dragon Quest III on the Game Boy Color. I played this one on stream. I do think there are better Dragon Quests, but I also think it's a very, very solid game. And especially on the Game Boy Color, it's actually quite a nice package for what it is. The parts I don't like is I kind of don't like how absurdly open-ended it is. You can explore around the whole world fairly quickly, and you're just meant to just pick up on this task that you're finding 6 orbs around. Happy December, Chris! How you doing? You're meant to just pick up on the fact there's a bunch of orbs around the map and just gotta find those orbs. I think all my characters should probably sleep now, so here we go, we go off to sleep. This guy has like, he has maxed out his grades in 1 day. That's how straightforward it is, man. No worry about that, so. Alright, we're all sleeping, random NPC, have fun. Happy December. But But yeah, I played Dragon Quest 3 on stream, so I don't particularly need to go into too much more detail on it. Certainly, I still always have knowledge gaps about Dragon Quest. It's also had the recent remake. We've got the alarm, don't we? Yes. I mean, I was thinking we were due for one of these after a while. He stole the average TV! Yeah, I heard 1 and 2 is pretty good as well. Is it good value, 1 and 2? That's what I'm curious about. Like, do people find that they actually work well? Yeah, I gotta buy the TV again. But at least you get the $1,000 for him getting captured. So, you know, works out in the end. It's facing the wrong way, I know. That's how TVs look like. You think you could get a cabinet or something, but no, the TV has to go on the floor. It's a bit odd. Who is gonna wake up first? I think it'll be Who also needs to pee, I guess, and chat, but yeah, that's fine. But yeah, next up in my list, oh yeah, it's got a career mode, which really right now I just need to max out my main character's job, and we'll sort of be done with the game. But it depends on how fast I can pull that off. Grinding for skills is like the one barrier right now, because I've got my other sim juggling like the family relationships pretty well. Other than I think he might, you know, he might benefit with getting Mom or Rod or Charles back up a bit, but there we go. Also, I heard a character crying, and I'm not too sure what was up with that. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna do the serve breakfast, because I think the characters are probably gonna be sad. But they're all just gonna chat with each other. Like, the kids are just gonna do kid things. Free will will do what they're doing. I don't know. The stream suddenly stopped. Oh, that's odd. I have 2 frames missed due to rendering lag out of 372,000. I'm not experiencing network issues right now, so. That's a Twitch moment. That's a Twitch moment. That's not a me moment. There you go. Everyone can eat. The whole family getting to eat. What do you mean there's not enough chairs? I had 6 of them. Yeah, sometimes Twitch does that. And honestly, I kind of want to seek a different solution. My only gripe is that I worry that like my upload speed's not good enough to handle more than like 5 people at a time, which is okay, but it's like, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it there. Oh, am I gonna piss on the floor? I'm pissing on the floor! Look at how yellow this has turned. Actually, no, that's just the light. And he's going for the hot spar again. Alright, these kids better not miss work, man. Just drop it. Just drop it. You are going to work. You're going to school. Swap characters. You're not going to the sink. You're going to school. Isn't that weird? I had 2 characters. Piss on the floor. Did you get the memo? I'm trying to get a promotion, bro. Alright, Jennifer needs that shower just as much as anyone. What is next to that? I should really sell that hot spa, because that's just hogging up everyone's attention all the time, apparently. There you go, have a shower. But yeah, next one on the list, Heretic plus Hexen. It's a game. It's certainly a neat game. Heretic plus Hexen. It's this year's, actually it is a game that came out this year technically. The new episodes, yes. So Heretic plus Hexen's a curious one, because Heretic and Hexen are 2 very different games. Heretic is a medieval fantasy style Doom clone, and Hexen is secretly a point-and-click adventure game. Years ago, I played Hexen on my YouTube channel. Very, very years ago. And this collection combines both of them, which is nice. Along with a brand new episode for both Heretic and Hexen. The brand new Heretic episode plays it very like inline. It's very much like that's just how the game is. Which, for better or for worse, like I liked the Doom 1 and 2 new episode, how engine limit removing it really treated everything. But the Heretic one plays it very, very just by the books. And that's fine and fair. They're pretty fair levels. A little dog at times, actually, but Heretic's always been a bit like that. The Hexen one, we haven't played Sigil 2 yet. Well, yeah, I guess. I think I did play Sigil 2 just on my own. I'm like, yeah, it's Sigil 2. Listen, if I've got a free hour sometime on stream, I'll throw that one in. Yeah, I just need Jennifer to like have a day off work and just spam that charisma though, because she is not getting anywhere. Like she's still got a. I mean, she was at 2 when I got a promotion at the beginning of the stream. So, but yeah, the bonus features are fine. The Hexen new levels I actually think is very nice. It's one hub, but the hub throws every collectible. It throws all the quest markers into the mix. And it's definitely a good culmination of everything. It also has one of the most bonkers, like, bonkers is a fun word. It's got an insane secret level. Actually, no, the Heretic episode has an insane secret. Is it the Heretic one? Yeah, the Heretic episode has an insane secret level. Was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was Heretic, yes. The secret level is crazy. So, if you ever manage to find that secret level, oh my goodness, man, you are in for a very bizarre treat. Or a nightmare, depending on how you classify it. It is an old man moment. I forgot. No, because they both share the same sprites. Like, they actually both look like the same game. And I was trying to remember, like, which one was which, and I was like, no, which one had all the bathroom tiles? That was Heretic. So, that's that. That's how I figured it out. Let's give Rod a catch up. See if we can get him back. So, but I did like Heretic and Hexen for the low price of free because I already owned it. I got it, but it's nice. It's good that they've done that, which is very nice. I do wish Hexen 2 and Heretic 2 get a bit of love at some point. Heretic 2 being in Abandonware No Man's Land because Activision published it alongside Wolfenstein 2009 and there was another one in there. I'm going to say Enemy Territory Quake Wars, where it's just like, we are never going to see the light of day of those again. Hexen 2 was still published under id or GT Interactive, and therefore is still part of the whole ZeniMax bubble. So you might see a Heretic 2 port at some, Hexen 2 port at some point. Also, Heretic 2 came out after Hexen 2, but Heretic 1 came out before Hexen 1. I don't know. It's confusing. Yeah, okay, we're gonna do Sculpture Land. Actually, no, we're not gonna do Sculpture Land. Person's gonna give me my bills, apparently. But yeah, like, listen, if the kids, if I just let them do their own thing and they're having fun on the field, listen, man, I don't need to do anything here. Alright, put down the bills. It's $11.60. It's all over the place. Maybe I'm paying less because, roses? Maybe I'm paying less for bills because all the lights have gone out. Charles Cheeky. That's kind of nice. So he's got flowers here. Sure, okay. Okay. Next one on my list, WarioWare Move It. WarioWare Move It is one of the last Switch 1 games that I think, well, it's not one of the last ones that came out, but it's a 2023 game. A lot of people are going to miss out on it because, as well, you need the IR sensor on the right Joy-Con. And so if you've got a Switch 2, you won't be able to play this game all the way through. It's just over at some point. But please give this one a go. If you liked WarioWare Smooth Moves, you will be pleasantly reminded at how much you love WarioWare Smooth Moves, and you'll love this game just as much. Just as much. Also, hi, are you... Well, look, there's no room for it to leak in the bathroom. You see? There was a method to my madness right there. But they're gonna do... I mean, they're gonna do their own thing. They're gonna figure this out. I don't need to look after kids. Definitely, WarioWare's had a bit of a mix of quality all over the place. I think what was it? Let's Get It Together, which was the other game on the Switch. And also, you got to make sure you don't get confused between those two games. I think Let's Get It Together is alright, but it wasn't amazing for me. I think the two, like, being able to select characters and play the minigames in different ways depending on the characters you choose is okay, but I feel like the kind of zaniness of the gameplay is a bit lost when they're all platforming challenges, effectively. So I do prefer silly motion controls. All the motion controls seem to work out actually pretty nicely on this one as well. So also, hi, did my other character just like stand in the middle there and then dump the food on the floor? Oh my gosh, this is the worst place for a counter. Who put the counter here? Who put the counter here? We're gonna have to move the counters. You're gonna have to get in there. Alright, the kids are gonna do kids things. Rare multiple WarioWare, that is true. And again, didn't we have 2 WarioWares on the GBA and 2 on the DS? It's just kind of weird because we only got like 1-ish on the 3DS, and I say ish very mildly on that one. But yeah, no, definitely move it. Top shelf. It's great. Yeah, and 1 on the Wii. No, we got 2 on the Wii, didn't we? Are we counting DIY Showcase? The GameCube one also is a bit of a, like, does it count kind of moment, because, I guess, did I get... Who was I chatting to here? I think that was Rod. Is that Rod right there? I forgot who was, like, in my house. Yeah, it's Rod. Okay, we've gotten up a bit, so that's all good. It is technically WiiWare, so... the last one I got on my 3.5s is Phantasy Star 4. I gushed about this at the time that I played it. But Phantasy Star 4 is an absolute, like, cream of the crop classic JRPG. It's got real solid gameplay, and it's remarkable as well because I played all the Phantasy Stars, and 4 is just way better than the rest somehow. And I have no idea how they managed to just, like, tick all the boxes on that one, but not quite get it on the others. So, Phantasy Star 2 has some egregiously complex level design for some reason. Like, the dungeons are just nuts. I don't know why. Phantasy Star 3 is way too easy, because everyone can learn a heal-all spell the entire game, and you're just spamming that the entire time. Phantasy Star 4 strikes the balance fine, except it also doesn't particularly do anything too fancy in terms of the franchise, although it does have quests, side quests, as a neat little extra system. You're a child, you should go to sleep. You're a child, you should go to sleep. So I'm gonna have Jenny miss a day of work just to see if we can spam those skills. Also, $700 a night means I can actually skip one every second day and still make it work. But yeah, no, Phantasy Star 4, it's a great game. I played a lot of Mega Drive games, didn't I? That was a decent amount. I say a lot, I feel like I actually didn't play any others other than Phantasy Star and Shining Force, but you know what? It was great, so... Anyways, in my 4s, I played Metroid Zero Mission, which I also talked about last week, and I will just say it's a great game, and I really wish I played it sooner. But it's a great one, so there's that. I also mentioned Shining Force 2, so I'll say that. We Love Katamari, and the game is also pretty good too. We Love Katamari is the second Katamari game, and then they proceeded to not really make much more Katamari. They ported the same Katamari game again and again with a couple of extra levels. But We Love Katamari is legit a proper sequel, and it really legitimately takes the franchise into crazy directions. It's great. All the levels are real top-notch. There's some annoying ones in there. And obviously things like having to... Everyone is body clocked to 6 AM apparently. It's got some annoying things like... really, this person has nothing to do, so I don't know what to get done. I guess you can watch TV, because you just need to get your stats up. And... I guess... Go pee and then... We're gonna cabinet practice the speech. Cowbear. Cowbear is not as annoying as I feel. Collecting every single crane is probably one of the more annoying ones, as well as also all of those doing things as quick as possible levels. The target times is ridiculous every single time. I guess he wants to do this because it boosts a lot of stats. So, but that being said, you know, it looks great, it runs great, it's got so many things. Yeah, all the levels have real fancy targets as well, which makes it a kind of unique one when you're trying to 100% it. I didn't 100% it, I only got off so far. I played a few levels a few times and I went, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So, but I definitely give it a top recommendation, so that's great. Also, good thing we got a brand new Katamari game this year that's not nominated for any Game of the Year awards. Isn't that kind of weird? I should get it at some point. I really do want to get it. Painting? Not painting. Practice speech over here, so you don't get kicked out of the bathrooms. You're going to school. She's never going to fix that, is she? I mentioned it earlier. Yeah. Each level has a special target time, but the fastest possible levels, in particular, their target times are ridiculous. Every other one is very fine, but I don't know. It's just the fastest possible ones. Okay, we got one more charisma level to go, and then I got to do 2 body levels. And once we're done with that, and I'm skipping work today. Once we're done with that, we can move on to the next place. I was like, both of these people did not miss work, did they? Yeah, no, they're both at school. Having fun in that. He's not going to pick up the phone in time. Nah. Okay. Well, you could just watch TV. Like that. Finish the keep kids in school objective. I think that's permanent. Until you get your career to level 9. Because, like, what, you know, when do they finish school? I think they finish school at the next level. No. We're not going to work. We're skipping work. We're looking at the mirror. Because otherwise we're never going to get this done. I think I might as well, if time permits. I think I might call Charles, because Charles is going to drop off as a friend at some point. Maid is doing a thing here. Oh, while I'm at it as well, this counter, slide it across, because we need the spare counter. We need the spare counter to be like the easily accessible one. The one with the blender does not get as much love. There we go, just rotate him around. But yeah, no, I really liked We Love Katamari. The 4s are like legit, like these are top shelf. So Metroid Zero Mission, Shining Force 2. The other one in there is Factorio Space Age, which I played a lot of. I didn't actually finish it. I got a fair bit of the way there. I got on to the 3rd of the planets. I do not have any experience on the final planet, which you need to basically clear out the other 3. It gets complicated, and it definitely adds on to the game in a way that I'm probably not that used to, but I will definitely continue giving it a go. It just, you know, Factorio goes on forever, but I think it's got some very nice quality of life rebalances and other kinds of things in there that spice it up. Not necessarily in a way that makes the original game like, you know, oh, you know, the original game was annoying because it did this, but rather it makes it feel fresher again, which I think is kind of the point. So that's why it's there. It's got a crazy amount of content. I love the new objects and the new enemies and all that stuff. It's more Factorio, and what can you say? It's great. So I like that one. And then I've got 2 of my 4.5s. One of which is Doom 1+2. I played this whole thing on stream, so that's how much I love Doom. It's Doom. I feel like it's kind of cheating to say Doom is an amazing game, but it is. It really is an amazing game. And that remaster, that port, top shelf. Real, yeah, I know, bias. Well, I mean, these are my personal ratings for games that I played this year. And I feel like, well, I played it this year. I'm naturally going to be playing good games I like this year, but not everything. That's going to be the phone call that oh, I missed work. I'm just going to ignore that. Listen, they didn't... I played all of it on stream until they added more to it later, so... I think the roses will wilt, but also here I am dealing with a second pair of roses, which you can't put down on the table without sitting. That's fun. Are there any needs that I'm neglecting by doing this all the time? I think I'm good. I think I'm actually good. I'll just get him back up. Oh, no. Get him back up a bit. So, will I play Blood Refresh? I need to buy Blood Refresh first, I guess. Hi, am I talking to him? I'm just... She snuck up on me. That snake. Seriously, that was a dog move right there. Now I made another family friend. Wow. I'll just keep chatting to him. He'll be okay there. I probably can get that Christmas 7 pushed out, but unfortunately, I'm still going to have to juggle at least a couple of days. One day of work. There you go. Okay. Let's get out of there, because I don't need to do that anymore. Let's serve some dinner. What's my cooking at? 3, which is arguably not as good as my other character. I'm going to save just in case the game decides to crap the bed right now as well, just in case. Do we have a... I've got a bench press, so we're good there. I'm doing hand signals as if, like... No, we're not tickling. We're keeping it safe by just talking. That was a proper youch right there. Okay, let's go. Let's go for food. So, but yeah, no, I really like the Doom 1 and 2 remaster. Unlike the Heretic Hexen, you know, like Doom 2 is virtually Doom 1 with more enemies and a super shotgun. But also, all the new stuff is great. All the extended, extra new levels, the collection of basically everything that was there before. It's all incredible. It's all great. I could probably just, you know, like, can I sell the roses? Not really, but we can put them. We can put them in a place where they're not a problem. Because I was like, oh, yeah, I don't have table space anymore. How odd. Okay, I guess I could satisfy it. Just bench press for a hot moment. The only reason we never worked out was we never worked out. This is going to be a bit of a slog getting up to 7 though, but we'll get there. I was like, where'd this other person go? He went to the toilet. Let's do a dance. Why not? Most masculine task. I don't think this is going to happen. Oh no, maybe it is. Except he's in the doorway and he's never going to leave that doorway. The pathfinding is really having its fun time here. Listen, man, just give up. Just give up. Let him leave. Let him... well, he's gone. He's out of here. Well, might as well sleep then. Long time player and stream... Oh, no. That's unfortunate. There you go. Time for everyone to sleep now. RIP. May he or she rest in peace on that one. I feel like I'm at that age where it's like, it's gonna start happening. Listen, man, you're like, you don't remove people if they hit the leaderboard on that. You know? Everyone has a legacy somewhere, so... And obviously, you know, we're aware of this person's retro achievements, presence, but, you know, people have, you know, friends, family, a career, other kinds of hobbies. So, you know, they probably got more of an impact than we may realize. These kids will have nothing to do. Yeah. Last one on my 4.5s is Gran Turismo 4 Spec 2. It's a ROM hack of Gran Turismo 4. It adds a couple of quality of life changes, such as the fact that it actually ticks off the cars that you do indeed own in your garage, so you know what you're buying, which is nice if you're trying to collect everything. It ports the Valencia track from Tourist Trophy into the game, although it doesn't have replay cameras. It's a bit of a curious one on that one. And also it doesn't include it at all in the career mode. It reworks some things in the career, so in particular the 1,000 miles race event doesn't exist anymore. It's just whatever. Is there any more food? No, you took the last bit of food. But also it uses the 2006 online test build, so there's a couple of physics differences that are just inherently from that. But for the most part, it's it's more Gran Turismo 4. It doesn't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You don't need a pee, man. You really don't need a pee. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, and it really doesn't change too much. We sort of do in Australia, but like the typical advent calendar is usually just like a Cadbury like thing, and you open the cardboard cutout doors and you pop out a little bit of chocolate, and chocolate always tastes very weird compared to like the regular chocolate. It's kind of odd. I don't know why. Wake up in the middle of the night just to pee? Well, you can do this right now if you want to. Kinder Bueno. Ooh, very nice. I've seen some fancier ones, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I could just get some chocolate. I sometimes did the advent of code in the past. This year, I might jump in with it. I haven't done it today, and they've lightened up a little bit, so it's now 12 puzzles. But yeah, for reference as well, that is every single game I played, at least from December to December. Particularly Biendeo. I have other games that are in progress, like I'm in the middle of Xenosaga 3. I've been generally enjoying it. I'm in the middle of Hatsune Miku Project Diva 2. I've also been enjoying that one. But then there's other ones where I've been playing. I'm like, I don't think they're either like 3s or 2.5s. And I didn't mention any of those. There's been a ton. The things I've played on stream, they would have been in that category. Games like Rise of the Triad, or what did I play? Spyro's A Hero's Tale, The Crew, the Atlantis game, Captain Toad, Crystalis, Earth Defense Force 2. There's been a bunch of games where I've played through and it's like, they're alright. That person's going to be very tired. But they've got to go to work. They got to do it. And they got to put in the work, so... I only played F on PS3, so... I can explain... Oh, so an advent calendar is basically like you count down the days until Christmas. You count down the days until the advent. Usually what it is, at least here, is that you'll have a little... I guess it's a cardboard thing, or really anything, and it's got doors, and you open up the doors one day at a time, and usually for us it's like there's a bit of chocolate behind it. Sometimes it's like a sampler for other kinds of things, and sometimes it's... I'm not paying attention to these other characters, but they're doing their own stuff here. Except you only cook food for one. How could you? Also, she is getting tired, so I'm actually going to make her go back to sleep. I mean, these other guys don't necessarily have to eat right now, but I'm like, yeah, they should have cooked. Yeah, chocolate every day until Christmas. I remember there were some kind of nice ones that would have a big kind of chunk of chocolate on Christmas Day as like a little bonus. I'm just going to piss on the floor again. Oh no, he made it. Alright, you're going to school. You're going to school. Good kids. Good children. And they're both A+ students, so I don't have to worry about them. There we go. We haven't seen the Vagrant at all. True. I'll wake up Jennifer, but then she's got to go to work. And then we're going to try and pump iron and get that body to 7. That's the goal. And then we've got the last place, and who knows how long the last place is going to take, because it's just like, it's just making sure your kids pass school, which means get them to A+, like, they're not, which I'm like, I'm already there. And, so, yeah, let's call over, let's keep the family friends going, let's call over Peter, because he's on the fence a little bit. Peter! There we go. And I think the best thing would be to watch TV and have some fun, even though you've got like no energy. We could join in while we're at it. There we go. But yeah, I hope that everyone's played some good games, or listened to some good music, or watched some good movies, or really anything. But I feel like it's always good to do a big year-in review of like all the things that you've done. Also, instead of going to work, I think just give up. Just give up and go to work, bro. Or else you will get fired if you don't go to work. What is with the roses? Everyone's doing roses these days. What is going on here? I'm pretty sure Peter, you gave 2 of them. Is he about to dunk on me? Nope, I don't want to be tickled. I'm just gonna talk to him. Just want to talk. There we go. Guns and roses, exactly. We got no guns though, unfortunately. We're gonna put the roses on the floor next to the, actually even better. Why not put them outside in our wonderful garden? This is how gardens work, right? Yes. That's called the herbs. I guess that's the black-eyed peas. But yeah, so if you've experienced stuff or whatever, you know, engagement challenge, you can share it in the YouTube comments, or if you're on Twitch, you can share them as well. Any cool games that everyone's played throughout the year, like what's like everyone's like game that they've played this year. I find that one's also easy to chat about as well, because when people talk about like, oh, what's gonna win the game of this year, it's like, I don't know, I haven't played like any of them. I've only played Mario Kart World, which I forgot to put on the list. I threw Mario Kart World as a 3.5. I played Mario Kart World. I know that one. There you go. Terrible list. I knew I missed one of them. I haven't played Donkey Kong though. I will say that. So the only games that really came out this year that I played was Mario Kart World, which I liked a fair bit, and I think it deserves a really good soundtrack consideration. And I haven't played Kirby's Air Rider because Amazon still hasn't shipped it to me, along with my copy of Hyrule Warriors. It's coming after next week's stream, in a separate shipment to Metroid, which is out this week. I am so shocked that Amazon has done that to me. So I'm just like, oh, come on, guys. Oh, I haven't played Air Ride though. I haven't played the original. Maybe I could give it a go at some point. Dude, I've nearly maxed out Peter. Oh my goodness. I could give him a gift if I really wanted to, but I'll just keep chatting. There's no best friends feature in this one, so you recognize as cute. I mean, I do need to play more Kirby games, I guess, so there is that. We shall now be sculpting for days, because Super Mario World was brought up. Only one of you got good grades. The other one did not, apparently. And she's taken out the trash, apparently. Anyway, they're going to do their own thing. I'm sculpting over here. Literally, the main character's going to get the body up, and that's it. I'm not too sure, like... Oh, are these plants dead? Holy crap, the plants are dead. That's why you're throwing everything away. Wow, I've really had nothing to do other than, like, just let all my plants die. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Also nice. There's a statue, which you can sell for how much? I don't know. I'm admiring it. That's an Does it drag the view down? $1,600? I guess the thing, though, is that you have to buy the marble to start off. Which I guess we had the block of marble. There you go. 500. That pays off really nicely. Jeez. And the worst part as well is that you're building... Well, not worse. The best part, you're building charisma. Creativity. Not charisma. You're building creativity as you do it. This seems like... This is the good type of artist block. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I should probably... Yeah, I should probably serve dinner because the kids do not have food. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have many topics for the world today. Mostly because, you know the drill. We talk about AI all the time. We talk about the, you know, I already mentioned housing. We already, you know, talk about how I don't listen to game journalists or play new games. So, we're sort of at a bit of a rut where it's like, oh, I hit the same things again and again. But yeah, there is one interesting thing, and that is there's a recent, and by recent I think it's actually today's, Linus Tech Tips video, where, not Linus, it's Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux and Git. People say Linux Tech Tips and Linus Torvalds. It's like, no. But yeah, he was on it, and Linus, Sebastian, built a computer for him. And it's a very, very nice and informative video. Linus seems like a very nice guy. Certainly, you know, I think he's idolatrized in some capacity, and people will probably, you know, I think he's probably quite humbled by that, but also it's just like, yeah, he just works on, you know, the kernel. That's what he loves. That's what he likes doing. In 3 weeks, somebody important has his birthday. I was gonna say Jesus, let's not celebrate on stream. The only thing is that I think I'm only streaming for 2 more weeks this year. I don't think I'm streaming on the 22nd. So, which means I do need to wrap up the Sims game kind of quick, but I'll sort of gauge. If I can get to the next place, then we're doing a good job. And if I can beat the game quickly, then Sigil 2. Exactly, I'll be busy. No, I'm busy playing Metroid. These people have nothing to do. I guess I could get another piano, but like, I don't know, there's actually nothing for these kids to do. I will be playing Kirby though. And I will also be playing Hyrule Warriors. And I will also be playing Pokemon Legends Zaza, which is part of my order that also hasn't come, by the way. I know. It's just everything's gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong with that order. Buy physical, they say, and then this happens. I know. I love my physical games, but oh. This is the one catch. This is the one catch you get with it. But yeah, no, the Linus building computer for Linus was very neat. There's a lot of insightful comments in there. I think he said playing the new Kirby game. Listen, I would play Metro Prime 4 on a heartbeat on stream, although I would need to play Prime 3 first. So I will say that. The Bundle of Joy, happy birthday. Am I allowed to? Oh, I guess Bundle of Joy. I was like, what? I don't know why. I was like, Bundle. It jumped out at me for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, no, Linus said some nice things. They asked him, is AI a bubble, or is it the next big thing, or both? And he said it's both. Like, he's like, certainly there's a lot of people who are building stuff, and it's clearly not going to turn into anything meaningful, but there is also stuff that enhances a developer experience. And he thinks that there is some take-homes at the end of the day. But, you know, that's a nice, like, kind of sentiment. Oh, Tom, it's your birthday on the 22nd? Well, happy freaking birthday to you. On the 22nd, not today, but... You get to be old on the 22nd, so... Very close to Christmas. I always find that either makes shopping for presents easy or receiving presents kind of annoying. You know what I mean? Because it's like you got to double up on that one. But, nah, it's good. It's good to celebrate birthdays. We might as well have the shower now. He's really got nothing to do other than, like, maintain some relationships now for the rest of his life and make money, I guess. Replace all my... Well, I guess that's a good bed. I don't know, replace things with good stuff. I'm gonna sneeze. The obligatory sneeze, is that like routine at 10:45 or 10:44 right now? She doesn't want to work out because she's bored out of her mind. I'm actually, you know what? I've got the money for it. Do I have the money for it? It's under electronics. No, I don't have the money for the computer. Fun 9. I mean, I could do Fun 7, which is better than Fun 6, but... You know, I might as well just commit to that. I do want to get that computer, but $6,500 is a lot. Or 6,000, I forgot to check the half. You get your fun decently quick from the TV, so no problem there. What was another thing he said? He also said some fun stuff, which was like, I guess one of the questions was like, what will happen to Linux when he dies? And that was a very like direct question, but and then he would say like, oh, the kosher answer or the kosher question is if you get hit by a bus. And I'm like, yeah, which doesn't necessarily mean death, but often it does. And gained a creativity. Do these people need food? I think they're fine. I'm gonna get snacks anyways. Isekai, yeah, it's a classic isekai plot. Do not get hit by buses, fellas, by the way. Don't do it for the isekai. Okay, well, I built the statue, which he's more proud of, because it's worth less. What? Listen, being worth 600 is not as good, but hey, it's still a profit, I guess. And then another block of wood falls from the sky. You must sculpt it again. It could improve the room, so I could, you know, just not sell it, but... Alright, the kids are going to work, and somehow taps on the piano off without being there. Okay, sure. But generally, yeah, there was some good statements in that video. And yeah, he seems like a nice and humble guy, so I definitely give it a recommendation of a watch. Also, Linus sort of he just blatantly says like, I don't really watch your videos. Like, I know of you, but like I don't watch your stuff all the time. He's like, oh, but also that's probably quite fair and normal. Because I don't know, there's a lot of content creators that I struggle to keep up with. Like here we have the Runaway guys playing Mario Party 1 again. And they're playing 1, 2, and 3 back to back. And I'm like, man, it's been 15 years, but also, man, you know, like I don't particularly watch like all the stuff that they pump out. When they're on the roll, they upload a lot of content. I'm skipping today's work because I really need that body. And I feel like if I can slam this out today, then we'll be set to get that promotion, which would be great. Really pumping that iron there, though, I tell ya. And that got me thinking, like, are there any other content creators that, like, I know of and they've kind of come and gone? I used to have a big kind of politics phase where I actually watched a lot of, like, politics channels and stuff. I know, even the US ones. I don't even live in that country. I think it's mostly just for me to, like, get my, like, gist of stuff happening in the world. Even if it's, like, one, you know, a pundit's opinion on things. I don't particularly agree with a lot of them anymore. And even the ones that I do know of that I haven't watched, I also don't know if I agree with them. I kind of feel like I've just got my own kind of worldview of things. You know, I think it would probably be good to prep those burgers. Alright, let's clean this one, because that's going to get in the way. And let's serve some lunch. But then, yeah, there's other, like, content creators and other kinds of YouTubers that I watched, and I don't particularly have... I'm actually going to look up as well, just ahead of time, what, Sims PS2. I'm going to look up ahead of time what, game facts, that's what I need. I need to know what stats I need, just so I'm sort of mentally prepping ahead of time as well. Musician. Unfortunately, this guy lists the change between the levels. I think I need... Do I need to max out charisma? I think I need to max out charisma. I think I need to max out charisma. That's gonna be wild. Also, I need 4 logic and... Well, 4 more logic if I needed logic before. I don't think I needed any. So I guess I should probably get started on building the logic. And then, true. And then also, it says +2 creativity, and I don't know how much I actually need from that, but I mean, I'm at 9, so... I'm either there or I'm not. What is she complaining about? Her energy, because I guess she's pumped iron, but at least I don't need more body. We're at the body, so I should get the promotion tomorrow, and we move into the next big house afterwards, so that's all good. And while I'm at it, I guess logic is literally chessboard, isn't it? So, I don't know, I guess we buy the chessboard. It's wherever the chessboard's gone. Here it is. I don't know, I scroll right past it. It's cheap, but it's also chess. And if you chuck that right there, and then you buy 2 chairs that are comfy single-seating chairs, and by comfy I mean... Can you even use the recliners? I don't think you can use the recliners. I think you have to use like the office chairs. But that's fine, I mean, you're sitting in this to play chess. It improves the room, it's comfort, chess is fun-ish. It'll keep me a bit more intact. Maybe the kids will play it. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know how many other content creators are sort of known. I mean, like, I've not really interacted with any. I've had some brief messages to and fro between some people, but like I don't particularly have any like deep collabs with anyone, so it's just like, you know, I've made stuff and that's it. Oh, he's really enjoying that hot spa. And it's got his time of day cycle all over the place. Game Champ is in our server. Game Champ, true. And I probably met a lot of people, you know, doing the Clone Hero stuff, doing retro achievements, doing anything before that as well. People who somehow recognized me from writing like a Game Facts guide once. People who which I'm like, oh. Okay. I was a youngling writing that kind of stuff. I didn't know what I was doing. I just saw it. I went, oh, I want to do that. And I don't particularly think I did a great job at it, but listen, no one else writes about the same game, so it's okay. We have a stalemate happening. We have an absolute stalemate. Are they gonna figure it out? Yeah, there's definitely a lot of nice people around though. Okay, I'm just gonna get like one of them to move. Is she stuck? She seems like actually stuck. And the other person seems actually stuck as well. Whoa, she actually got like proper stuck. Can you joke with him? Like her feet are gone. Like she's in the door. Listen, okay, listen. We got a way that we can make this work, and it's very, very awkward. And that is, we knock down the walls. Except I'm in, hold on. Wall tool, here we go. There you go. Which makes this a very awkward room, if a room at all. But it does mean this guy can actually walk out now, right? There you go. And now you can go anywhere else. Thank you. And now I can build the wall back. I don't know why they got real stuck there. That was very odd there. These kids are so full of energy. And their grades are perfect. Like, they have nothing to do. They really have nothing to do. Except go around and steal my food money, I guess. Because that costs $5 every time they pull something out of the fridge. It's like a microtransaction. In a fridge. I can't believe it. These kids are absolutely bored. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I mean, they're just gonna sleep until 6 anyways, which is fine. I hate that you hold fast forward and then while everyone's asleep, it's triple speed, but you can't triple speed for the rest of the game. It's kind of annoying. That is one thing I don't like about this PS2 version, is that. Who's gonna wake up first? I think you're gonna wake up first. Which is actually kind of really early. I don't think you need to be awake that early. Or maybe you do, so I can do some chess. Chess in the morning. Go pee. There we go. Listen, if I can get promoted today, I don't have to pay my bills. That's how this works. But is there a state of the world or something? I've been doing some Christmas shopping, I guess. That's my state of the world. I feel like I'm very on top of my Christmas shopping, but when people don't give me suggestions, I try my best. There's always interest, like, even, like, my parents, it's like, I never know what they want at any, like, instant moment. Like, it really is, like, something new every time, so I'm always, like, you know, some people feel like it's very sacrilege to buy your own presents. And not that I buy presents for other people to then give to me, like, full stop. But it's like, you know, I'm kind of like, you know, there are things that I explicitly want. And sometimes, like, my mum tried getting something and then she was like, yeah, AliExpress doesn't like me. And I was like, that's okay, I'll get it. And then I'll let you wrap that up. But it's definitely like, yeah, you know, like, what do you do? Also, here I am ordering something off AliExpress as a Christmas present. That seems like the most, like, the most, like, Australian, like, oh, it's not Australian. AliExpress has a very hilarious reputation. And I think they're an alright site. I've had some good run-ins with them. People think that they're like, oh, crazy cheap. But it's like, no, you sometimes get what you pay for as well. I'm gonna need that food. I think the food actually attracts everyone to wake up. I'm actually curious how, like, the AI in The Sims works. Because it's got, like, a decent bit of, like, you know, it evaluates what The Sims want to do based on rules, but you can kind of let them free will and they'll figure it out, which is kind of interesting. Going for the hot tub again! Going for the hot tub. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna let you do it. Dolphins. So what? When do I finish work? 6 p.m. So in 12 hours time, that will be hopeful promotion time. We've already got one extra friend. The stats are good. Work's going good. We just need to get some more logic, I guess. For the next level, I guess. Also, when I say AI, and it's like, no, I meant, like, as in, like, the actual artificial intelligence. There was an article which was like, Ubisoft announces they will use AI to generate AI, as in they will create in-game video game artificial intelligence utilizing neural networks. And it's like, we have butchered the phrase AI so much that I can't I can't escape the shower. How odd. Yeah, Obama giving him... Exactly, it's kind of like that. Listen, for everyone's knee-jerk reactions to the phrase AI, especially these days, I'm like, this would actually be an okay use of it. It's got to be efficient, but like you can run really small models. You can run... What is... Is it everything in the backyard is like just rotting? I need to sell them. Can you sell them or no? I think you have to throw them out. So you know what? Actually, I'm going to spend this time throwing out everything that doesn't work. This light bulb is dead. This plant is dead. This plant is dead. This other plant is dead. Wherever it is. There it is. These roses, they're all dead. This light, this lamp, dead. This lamp, dead. This lamp, dead. Dead, 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 dead. And he's also apparently breaking his fingers as he does it. Jeez. Also, is that that was logic 2. Okay. She's doing okay. Jenny. Hopefully this improves the room outside because it's apparently terrible. Jeez. That's what I'm worried about, is that she's going to step outside and the room will be so bad. Oh no, it's gotten better since I've thrown out all the flowers. Okay. There we go. Okay. But yeah, no, I feel like it would be an okay, like, use of AI in the sense of, like, we should be using small-scale models to actually, like, improve various aspects. I would really love for the idea of, yeah, lots and lots of machine-learned video game AI models. Hold on, are you actually fixing? Oh, I guess you are fixing this. It's just they're all dead. It would be cool. It'd be cool if it works. That is. I don't think there's any lamps in this room. I just kind of left this room like dead blank. It's got jukebox lighting, and that's it. Okay. Other than that, artist block. We'll do this, and then we'll see Jenny do the goods in 5 hours' time, and might move on to the next place, because otherwise then it's going to be weird if I don't move on to another building in the stream. We'll see. Meanwhile, my unemployed husband is just going to town on making very tiny sculptures. Very, very tiny sculptures. Where does all this marble go when you do this? Who knows? He appreciates it. Does that mean it's... Oh, it was worth a tad more. I don't know what's better, paintings or this? Who knows? I guess instead of just asking, it's like, it's too fun, it's too fun. I don't know, it's kind of the same. But the painting, you don't have to constantly keep selling the objects every time, I guess. Well, the kids are doing their thing again. But we need that moment of truth when 6 PM rolls around. There's actually, I realize as well, there's a lot of, there's some hidden items that you can unlock in this game for the quick play mode. Or I guess the, you know, the live your life mode. I think they're all just from the regular game anyways, but they're only unlocked if you beat each level of this game within a certain number of days. And I'm like, beating, like, this part within 8 days seems quite crazy. But then I'm also like, well, it depends on what career you're going for. Because if you've got a career where the skills are much less, I think the army career doesn't require family friends as much. The slacker career doesn't require as many skills, but the salary is all over the place and different. You've been promoted to rock star, fame, fortune, tours, parties, and a #1 album. Congrats, you're now living every teenager's dream. Sleep is a rarity, power lunches are common, shades are almost mandatory outside your own home, and people mob you for autographs everywhere you go. Enjoy it. So I work from 5 to 2, but also, did you see that? $1,100. Also, then you get swimming pools. So there's a limo. I'm just gonna step off the road. Jennifer, I have great news. Malcolm and I just got married. We need to move back in his house. So since you have the big family, why don't you move into Malcolm's drafty old mansion? And that's it. Oh, and also I've got to answer the phone, apparently. I promise you I would compensate you for major improvements to the house, and you've done quite a bit. 3,540, which I'm going to need that money. And that's it. We've done that place. We are on to the last building of the game, the last house of the game. So here we are. The last Simoleon. We're on the last level. This is the last chapter, so we'll call it a stream, but just so you know what's our goal for going forward. Oh, look, Jennifer, it looks like an enchanted castle. What a dream come true, and what a perfect place to retire. We shall plan our early retirement. So, planning the early retirement involves maxing out the career, which isn't too bad. Send kids to prep school with straight A's. Sending kids to prep school, I think, like, if the kids are above, I think, A-, you then also have to pay money, and then they're gone. They're out of your life. You don't have to worry about them. So, that's what you need. Save $20,000 to buy a yacht for early retirement is also on there as well. And on the Game Facts guide, you got to do a raging party as well. So, but if you think about it, it's like, well, I've kind of got the kids already there. And, oh, you need to get 10 charisma. Oh, and you need to max out creativity. So I got a few skills that I still need to go through. But, I mean, we're almost there. And honestly, I'm making 1,100 a day, which means I can alternate as well. And you're going to make a ton on the promotion anyways. The only thing about this place is no furnishings. Absolutely none. So you're going to need to do some stuff here. Also, it's a very fancy house. Have you noticed as well, I can't like show the roof or anything, so like you don't know what it is. We got to buy everything again? Yes, that's right. So, but it is the last place, and it does have the bearskin rug. So at least you've got that. And it does have a swimming pool, which is everyone's favorite death trap in any Sims game. But the fountains and all the stuff on the outside is very fancy, and I'm going to be generously remind you. Listen, I'm not even going to remember it. I'm not even going to remember it tomorrow. Tomorrow? Next week. Listen, I'm just going to immediately start with that. We'll do the rest later. We'll do the rest later. But you know I'm not going to remember that if we do the shopping. Well, I need the thing with the smoke detector, so I'll do it when I buy the stove. So, but we're gonna live large. We're gonna spend up. I'm gonna make the moolah. And here's the thing as well: is that the stay-at-home husband, kind of can work on all of his skills and then because that's the thing is that all the family friends are kept over, so you're sort of already there. Whereas, kind of previously, it was very annoying to maintain the family friends all the time. Also, is he about to swim in the pool day one? Jeez. Okay. So anyway, let's save the game, and we'll call it there. Next week will be the final stream of The Sims, and depending on how long this lasts, maybe we'll get Sigil 2. We'll see. So, anyways, thanks everyone for coming and watching. If you enjoyed this or you didn't enjoy it, that's fine. You can follow on Twitch, 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight time on Monday. You know the drill. All the more stuff. Thank you everyone for being here. Tom, Blood, Betty. It's all good stuff. Chris, you were there as well. I saw you, Chris. Bot, you were there. Get in on it. You're all good. If you missed parts of this, or the Twitch was having a moment, the VOD will be... exactly. The VOD will be on YouTube very soon, as always. Also, suggest other places for me to stream and upload videos to, because if YouTube and Twitch do end up not being the best platforms to share your videos and try to make a quickie audience. I don't know, depends on what's going on there. I'd like to have options. Follow me on the Fediverse, because Australian law is going to absolutely crack down on people having accounts on Twitch and YouTube very soon. It's not going to affect, like, me personally, hopefully not. But it may, I don't know, if it affects you, I'm always there on the Fedi. You can follow me where I don't have an account. Vimeo you gotta pay for. Dailymotion, I have no idea who on earth uses Dailymotion though, I'll tell you that. I did use VidMe back in the day, but they got bought out and turned into an adult site, so unfortunately it's not there. I do see Odyssey. I need to understand Odyssey a little bit. But as for streaming, I don't know. I guess it's Kick, but... Other than funding a Formula 1 team, I don't know if they're going to... I didn't even chat about Formula 1. Watch the race next week. 3-way race into Abu Dhabi. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. Who will win? Time will tell. We'll see. So, anyways, see you fellas. Have a good one.